At the same time, the phytene will go. So what will generate a chemical content? 5-15 will generate. This 5-15 will turn yellow and brownish color. Okay, so that's why the pickles, what it looks like. Pickles looks like it is a brownish color at the end of the fermentation. So that is for the pickles. Okay, the last one, what we want to mention.
How come sometimes pickles are mushy and sometimes they're crispy? Does it have to do with how long they leave them in the fermentation?
Yes, that's with the fermentation, and also you also add other ingredients like citric acid. There is. Okay, now so yeah, there are the different ingredients when it's a commercial dyes. This is just like a routine. What is the fermentation behind it? Homemade you can do, like West Virginia people who are doing the canning. That's also kind of canned food. It's a low acid food. That's water activity less than 0.85, and there's so pH is less than 4.6, and the regulation for West Virginia Department of Agriculture is 4.0. And most of these products, the final pH at about 3.5-ish, 3.8. So that didn't meet that requirement. I think also the low acid will also impact for the firmness of those, the mesh of those things. Okay, now the olive. So olive is another fermented product. We can get some from the eating pork when you eat a breakfast. But lots of people don't like it. I don't like it too. Why? It tastes bitter. Is it right? It tastes bitter. People don't like it. Why it tastes bitter? Because you surrounded the olivers, there is a, we call it a polyphenolic compounds. That compounds is called alulapine. The alulapine there will make it very bitter. And what's the alulapine, the original function? The original function is antioxidant to have a little bit longer shelf life, and also it's the antimicrobials. But that is naturally existing on the olive tree. So that's naturally have. So what are we going to do? The first job we have to do is we have to remove it. What we do? We are adding 2% sodium hydroxide. And this process, we call it lye methods. LYE, we call it a lye. Okay, we have to do it to remove it. Then will be fermented in 5 to 7% of the salt solution for, I will say, 2 to 4 weeks. Now about like 20 degrees Celsius. Now there is two different methods what we can talk about. The two different methods is, sorry, not 2 to 4 weeks, 2 to 4 months. Sorry, that's longer than that. 2 to 4 months, not weeks. Okay. Now there is two methods we can mention about that. Is black olive and also the green olive is a little bit different. The green olive, which is unripened olive, we just do like this. That's good enough. But for black one, it's a ripened olive. After you're doing this, you have to be I would say submerged into 2% brine solution, which means it's a salt solution again, to remove sodium hydroxide, remove the lye. Now, why is black olive looks like it's going to be black? Because there's a lot of the polyphenolic compounds during the fermentation, they also oxidized. So that's why it looks like it's a very black. So just want to let you know, the olive basically is the same. Use a salt to do the fermentation, but then oloropian, that polyphenolic compounds still bothers you. That's why it will come a very strong, like bitter taste. And we try to remove it, but it's very difficult to do. That's why at the end of the day, it looks like a little bit still bitter. Okay? Okay, so this is what we all have for the class, for the fermentation part.